right, Trent, what do you got?
Coach, just Zach gave me the shutout. I mean, he talked to me about what have you seen from him just these last two games? 61 saves, 120 minutes of just shutout hockey since the last time we saw him on the ice.
He's playing big. He's playing poised. You see the maturity. He's very consistent, and he was at Lake Superior State. He was again tonight.
Just at this moment, too, just in his career, I know, kind of twilight in a lot of ways. I mean, to see him performing this way, I know professional endeavors are a next step for him as well, too. But to see him performing this way in a moment that really probably means a lot to him, what does that sort of say about Zach?
He's all-time kid. His commitment to this program, to come here initially, with an understanding that we're going to have a couple of younger goalies that he's going to have a hand in helping bring along. He's been incredible through his play, through his mentorship of young goalie room, his academics, how he handles himself in the community. He's been an exemplary inaugural Viking. Very proud of him and really happy for him.
Coach, just bouncing back from last night, I know, to see that has got to be really encouraging. What did you sort of just see? A little bit of a focus kind of going into this one?
You know what? I didn't mind us for 2 periods yesterday. And I was hopeful that we would come with a similar energy. I felt like we started periods strong tonight, and then we lost momentum as the period went along. Fortunate enough for us, it was 0-0 going into the third. And we played a really solid third period. Power play comes up big again tonight. They get us going. As we've seen out of our team, again, if we get one, we'll get to 2 pretty quick. And whereas last night we scored and then we gave up a goal right after, tonight we scored and we got a goal of our own right after, which is a promising step and one we needed to take.
A clean game. I mean, you guys, one penalty in the first period.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of just sort of sustaining those first 2 periods, I mean, to play that clean of a game, I mean, how key is that? Well,
it's part of our growth. I've spent a lot of time up here talking about discipline and how we can't take penalties. We didn't tonight. It's a good lesson for our guys that if you are in control and you limit your penalties, many nights you'll get a good result.
I know the power play last night, 3 goals. You get another one tonight. Just to jumpstart the offense a little bit, third period, walk me through that power play. I know it's, Owen kind of making a really good run down the line to try to make a shot.
That's why those guys are on it. We spend a lot of time trying to help prepare them and put them in good spots to find success. It's up to them to execute. What we're seeing though is I noted yesterday, there's a consistency within the groups. They're making quick decisions. There's familiarity of where each other's going to be. That's just part of coming together, and we're reaping the rewards lately.
Talk to me about just that Mobley and Mosky line. They get the second goal, but a really productive line all season.
Yeah, I mean, it starts with Mobley. He's the engine. Numo's the talent, and it doesn't matter who they play with. Mobley draws so many people to him, and he plays in traffic, and he does the heavy lifting to get the puck out of our zone into the offensive zone, and he plays in the corners. He frees up a lot of space, and then our skill guys are able to get the puck in the middle of the ice and have some good looks.
What did you like about the way the defense played tonight, just kind of in front of Zach?
Well, I thought they defended hard. There's some guys that they compete. Okay, they're for each other. They just battle, and they did so again tonight. And then when they sensed that Zach had a shutout within reach, they even turned the dial to make sure they could get that done for him.
Start with you, just maybe just even the last 2 games, coming off that injury where you were out just a little bit. I mean, talk to me about just sort of getting back into that role. I mean, a lot of times it feels like guys have to settle into it, but it seems like you've kind of settled right in.
Well, not to make a joke here, but I've kind of had lots of practice with kind of trying to settle back in after an injury. But I think the last 2 weekends in the games that I've played, the guys have just played unbelievable in front of me. So it's hard not to be relaxed and calm in the net when we're blocking shots, we're playing well defensively. I mean, if you look at the team that played last night and then tonight, I mean, we're two different teams, right? And the same thing last weekend. So when I'm, in behind these guys, I've got lots of confidence.
Oh, what have you seen from Zach that just up in the Sioux and then here tonight, just these last 120 minutes?
I mean, he makes it pretty easy for the rest of the team to play. He makes the big saves, and that brings confidence, energy on the bench. And I don't know, after a goalie makes one of those big saves, you got the ice tilted your way, and things are just going right for you.
What was the message kind of going into that third period? I mean, it's a 0-0 game, and stark difference from last night. A high-scoring game. What's sort of the message going into that period, though? Obviously, with everything's still on the line there.
Yeah, I mean, late in the season right now, Rabs came in, kind of just told us. He said, "There's a whole nother gear for you guys to reach," and I think he said that, and the whole team bought in and just finished the job.
Owen, walk me through your goal.
Power play, got some speed going up the left side, saw Ruddy on the backside, just tried feeding it to him, and luckily the goalie tapped it and squeaked in.
Yeah, that power play just in general, I mean, talk to me about how key it's been to get that going again.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday was phenomenal power play, and today our coaches challenged us to one-up it again, and I think we answered that pretty well.
Those final minutes, it's a 2-0 game. The net's empty, but what's the mindset offensively when, or I guess just when you're out there on the ice, just in general? I mean, whether you're a defenseman or whether you're attacking, what's the mindset when you're trying to keep that donut going?
You got to do it for the goalie. Honestly, it's more about him keeping that no goals against, and just getting pucks out of our zone, doing whatever we can on the walls to win those battles. And if one goes in, but just to keep it out of our zone.
Zach, just, in these final few games here, as the season's kind of winding down, for you, is there something that you're sort of, that sort of motivates you in these final games? I mean, I know there's other prospects coming up in the future, but to close out college a little bit in a lot of ways, I mean, for you, are there other things that sort of motivate you as going into these final games?
I mean, honestly, you just said it right there. Just have fun and enjoy the final games. 5 years in college flew by, and just kind of came here to embrace this opportunity and help build something here. And it's kind of just what I'm trying to do, to finish out the college career having fun and enjoying being around the guys and playing with the guys.
What do you think about playing here in Big Coat, Zach? I mean, it's the first time back playing here since that injury, but to kind of come back here and get that, I know you did it in the Sioux last weekend, but to come here and do it, how special is that?
It's amazing. I mean, the fans are incredible here, and the place is so loud. And when we score a goal, when there's a big play made, they'll let you know, and they're excited every game, and it's awesome to play in front of them. It's hard to describe, really.
That's all I got, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.